Alright, welcome back to the layout. This video update is going to be on how I pour seawalls, and the video is going to be for Gino's Custom Trains. So what I'm using for my seawalls is hydrocal. I'm using molds from Sterling Models, and this is a test wall that I poured earlier today. It has a lot of air bubbles in it, but again, it's just a test wall for now, just to show you what it's going to look like. This is the size of the wall that comes out of the mold. And I'm going to probably have to take 2 layers of brick off for this to fit. So that's where it's going to go. So let's head to the workbench and I'll show you how I pour these walls using hydrocal and molds. Alright, I'm going to go over some of the items you're going to need if you're going to be casting your own walls. Obviously you're going to need a mold, and the ones I use are from Sterling Models, which are very good. You're going to need hydrocal. A hydrocal I use is Ultra Cal 30, available from Scenic Express. You're going to need water, rubber mixing bowl, and a stick, paint stick. So the molds I use are from Sterling Models, and in my opinion, they're the best on the market. One of the newer ones that they came out with is the sidewalks. And there's their website if you want to check out all the stuff that they carry, sterlingmodels.com. The other mold I'm going to use for my Bridgeport Harbor, the backside, is this is a cement concrete wall. If you look at the detail on this mold, it's pretty good. So I plan to use this as well. And I also have a aged wall. Alright, so look at the price of these molds. They're pretty affordable. I highly recommend them. So next time you see them at a train show, or order them online, because you will not be disappointed. Alright, so let's get to mixing some hydrocal up, and we're going to pour this mold. Okay, so we're getting ready to mix our hydrocal up. One thing you want to do is add your water in first, and the mixture is going to be 2 parts hydrocal to 1 part water. You're going to put your water in first. And then slowly add your hydrocal. You want to mix it well, and it's going to be the consistency of milk when you're done. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to mix the rest of this hydrocal in, and then I'll show you how to pour the mold. Alright, what you don't want to do is over mix it, so this stuff sets up pretty quick. So you just want to get this in, get it mixed. I just use a squeegee just to squeegee it out. Alright. That's pretty much it. So we'll let this set up. In about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I can pop it out of the mold. Alright, so it's been about 30 minutes now, and we're going to take the casting out of the mold and see how it looks. if you notice that this the mold has these little keyways, and it's nice because you can make multiple castings and actually fit them all together. They lock in nice. Alright, so I take a look at the actual casting. Came out pretty good. A couple little air bubbles here and there. Nothing crazy. But it came out good. Alright, so that's not that good, but that's not a problem. Okay, one thing I want to show you is you have this extra material here and it's dry, so try not to waste too much of it. Even though it's dry, I can still use it, and I can use it as a scenery material. So it's great to have these flexible these bowls. And all you do is squeeze it. And just keep squeezing it. And then keep squeezing it. You can break it up as best you can. What's nice about this material is you have some bigger pieces and some smaller pieces. You can use those as rocks or stones or what have you. Obviously this big piece you can't use. But some of the smaller pieces you can. And I'll show you what we can do with some of those in the next video. So after we come back, I'll show you what we can do with these with some India ink and make them look realistic. So normally you want to let this dry for about 24 hours before you start putting paint on it. But the other wall, the test wall that I did, we'll mess around with that and see how it comes out. And I can show you some India inks and also some dry brushing as well. Alright, welcome back. These pieces that you see here are from the first wall that I worked on, the test wall. This was what was left over in the flexible mixing bowl, and I crushed it up, and if you look at it, it looks like rocks, natural rocks here. And I'm going to show you this as an example. By using every bit of your material, not only can you make your stone walls, your sea walls, but you also have the leftovers to make some other scenery materials such as rocks. So these little pieces here, they can definitely be nice little scenery rocks for your layout. And real simple, you'd be surprised what a little India ink will do to these pieces to bring them more realistic for you. Again, I use a medium India ink, and you just gotta touch it. Now this piece will tone down quite a bit. The material is still wet technically, and it will absorb the India ink. So tomorrow when you look at this, or when I look at this tomorrow, it'll be a little bit duller, but you can go over it again. Do a couple more. All right, I'll do the last one here too. It's amazing what a little bit of India ink will do to a piece that you're going to throw away in the garbage. And save it for the layout. Nothing should go to waste. And once these dry, you'll put a little dry brush on them. And those are some pretty cool looking rocks. Okay, so let's get back to the wall here. So if you look at this wall, it's full of bubbles and really doesn't look that great. It is a test piece, but we're trying to make it look a little bit better here. So put a little India ink on this wall, and we'll see all the detail come to life. I'll just do a small section just to show you. Pretty good detail. Now, see if we can zoom in on that air bubble right there. We'll make the air bubble look pretty good, even though it really shouldn't be there. But we'll weather it up. What's nice about the India inks, it gets into those little spots and it creates those nice little shadows. And then you touch the top with a little bit of dry brushing, and you get yourself a nice looking wall. And this is going to be a seawall, so you can actually paint on your low tide line with the green algae and whatnot. Alright, so we'll let this set up, and I'll put another coat of ink on those rocks, and then we'll come back and then I'll dry brush and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so the India ink is dried for about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to dry brush the rocks. And before I do that, I just want to go over the India ink washes that I use. I use a light, medium, and dark. How I mix them is very simple. The light has 1 tablespoon of India ink to a pint of 91% alcohol. The medium has 2 tablespoons and the dark has 3 tablespoons. I like to use just the regular name brand, or even whatever you have available to you for 91% alcohol. It works very well. So when you're creating little scenery pieces like this, you want to add layers to it. You want to show some age, not just one color. So I'm going to use 4 different colors on here, starting with the India ink wash, and then I'll use a burnt umber, which is right in the center there, a tan, and also a white. So when you're dry brushing, you want to take most of the paint off the brush and just be able to touch your piece that you're working on, just to get a little hint of color there. So I'll try to, and I'm going to put my phone down for a second. Move this back. All right. Just turn the piece. There's no rhyme or reason to it. As long as you get some color. If that looks too dark, don't worry, because we're going to be going over the piece again with another color. But it really brings the rock to life now. And just think, this piece would have been in the garbage. Now you can use it to add a nice realistic piece to your layout. Alright, so I'm going to hit it with a little tan now. Same concept as before. Just dry brushing it. When in doubt, if you're unsure in the colors, just go outside and take a picture. Look at what the prototype looks like. And be amazed all the different colors that you actually see when you take pictures. And this process is so simple to do. All right, now take a look at that. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm going to finish it off with a white. Before I do that, I'm gonna get a fresh brush though. Get my white ready to go. Okay. Done. Ready for the layout. All you need is a little glue and put it in place. Nice little rock. Okay. So we'll put that off to the side. And again, this all you have to do is repeat the process for the remaining pieces. All right, so now, which brings us to our stone wall here. Let me get organized here really quick. All right, so with this piece here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a little tan. And then just hit it with a white. And again, this is just a touch. If you really want to, if you're really curious, let's see what the burnt umber looks like on this wall too. When you're dry brushing, it's just random. The brush is just hitting the high points of the wall. Very simple process. Now if you really want to, you can hit it again with a tan. Looks a little different. And then we'll finish it with the white. And you can see the white highlighting all the high points of the wall. Touch the top again. And if some of the white doesn't look that good, just go over again with another color. You really can't make too much of a mistake on this wall. Alright, so there you have it. So I hope you found this video helpful on casting hydrocal walls and doing a little bit of weather detail on them. A little bonus thing here of making your own rocks. And I hope Gino's Custom Trains found this video helpful. So I will see you at the next layout video update. Thanks for watching.